Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We from group 12. We will present about legal validity of a contract involving illegal gambling activities. This is our team members. First, Nur Atikah, Nur Aliana, Tuan Anis, Wan Akashaf and Aminuddin. For acknowledgement, we would like to thank Ms. Hazwani for her guidance, support and constructive feedback, which greatly enhance our understanding of business law. We also appreciate the teamwork and dedication of all group members, as well as the encouragement from our family and friends through the assignment.
For introduction, I will be discussing the validity of a contract between Ahmad, an aspiring entrepreneur, and Johan, a wealthy investor, regarding the establishment of an exclusive gaming club in Johor Bahru. The contract specifies that Johan would invest 1 million ringgit Malaysia in exchange for a 40% share of the profits. However, the legality of the contract is in question because the business involved unlicensed gambling activities which are illegal under Malaysian law. So, this presentation will analyse the relevant legal principles under Malaysian contract law to determine whether the contract is enforceable. The main legal issue in this case is whether the contract between Ahmad and Johan is valid or void. The contract involved illegal gambling activities, specifically gambling without a license, which is prohibited under Malaysian law.
Under Section 24 of the Contract Act 1950, the consideration or object of an agreement is deemed lawful unless it falls under specific exception. Section 24A states that a contract is void if its object is forbidden by law, such as engaging in unlicensed gambling, which is considered unlawful under Malaysian law. Additionally, Section 24E highlights that a contract may also be void if it's deemed immoral or contrary to public policy. Even if unlicensed gambling were not explicitly illegal, it could still be viewed as opposing public policy due to its potential negative impact on societal welfare and morals.
Malaysian contract law, Section 24 of the Contract Act 1950 has significant implications of the legality of the object of a contract. This section provides that the consideration or object of a contract is void if it involves any of the following: matters prohibited by law, defeats the provision of any law, fraud, injury, or is against morality and public policy. One direct example of how this section is applied is the situation between Ahmad and Johan. By applying Section 24, two analyses can be derived from this case. Firstly, the object of the contract between Ahmad and Johan was to conduct illegal gambling activities. This directly contravenes the Common Gaming House Act 1953, which stipulates that gambling cannot be conducted without a license. According to Section 24A, the object of a contract is considered void if it is prohibited by law. Thus, this contract can be classified as void because it involves illegal activities. Furthermore, this object can also be considered immoral and detrimental to societal values within the meaning of Section 24E, as public gambling can have various adverse effects on the social and economic aspects of the community. Since the object of this contract falls under the category of illegal consideration or object as provided under Section 24, the contract between Ahmad and Johan is void ab initio. Neither party can enforce the contract, including Johan, who attempts to recover his investment. The court would most likely uphold Ahmad's arguments since the contract involves activities prohibited by law. In conclusion, under Malaysian law, the application of Section 24 demonstrates that the contract involving objects that are prohibited by law or against public policy cannot be enforced in court. Thus, Johan has no right to claim his investment from the illegal activities involved in the contract. This underscores that any business dealing must strictly adhere to the legal provisions enforced in the relevant area.
The conclusion is the contract between Ahmad and Johan, who plan to establish a licensed gambling club in Johor Bahru, makes Johan invested 1 million ringgit for a share of the profits. But the contract is called into question due to its illegal nature. Under Section 24 of the Contracts Act 1950, a contract is void if its object is illegal. Since the gambling activities violate the Common Gaming Houses Act 1953, the contract is unlawful and cannot be enforced. Therefore, the contract is null from the beginning and Johan cannot claim his investment. This highlights the importance of ensuring business activities comply with the law and public policy.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nuratika binti Muhammad Nuruddin and I will present about the summary part. So this report analysed the validity of a contract between Ahmad and Johan under Malaysian contract law, focusing on their agreement to establish an unlicensed gambling club in Johor Bahru. Johan invested 1 million ringgit for 40% of the profit, but the contract's legality is questioned due to its involvement in illegal gambling activities, which violate the Common Gambling House Act 1953. Under Section 24 of the Contract Act 1950, contract with unlawful object or consideration such as prohibited or immoral activity are deemed void. In this case, the unlicensed gambling activities make the contract void, rendering it unenforceable. Consequently, Johan cannot recover his investment as the court would likely uphold Ahmad's argument about the contract's illegality. This case underscores the importance of adhering to legal and ethical standards in business dealings.